Hello, I'm Bhavna Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, GIMS Engineering Management Technical Campus. Today in Management Accounting subject, we are going to discuss about the financial statements, limitations of financial statements, what is financial analysis, and tools of financial analysis. Financial statements is the formal or written record which provides information about the financial activities of business, status, condition, and position of the business, and much other business entities. Financial statements basically include three things. One is income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Income statement shows the profit earned or loss incurred during a particular period. Balance sheet is a statement which shows about the financial position of the business, and a cash flow statement is a statement which tells about the cash inflows and outflows of a particular business. Next topic is limitations of financial statements. First is that it discloses only the monetary facts. As we have discussed in financial accounting also, that all non-monetary aspects are not covered in the accounts. So same is the case that in the financial statements, we disclose only the monetary transactions, not the non-monetary transactions. Second is influence of personal judgment. There are certain decisions that has to be taken by the accountant, so which is basically influenced by the personal judgment, like the method of depreciation or the valuation of inventory. So in the suppose what type of depreciation is to be charged, it affects the profit and loss account. So by adopting one of a particular method, we can change the profit for a particular period. Next is it shows only historical information, that financial statements do not consider the present value of money and cost of living index in the price level changes. So whatever transactions is recorded, that is recorded on the basis of what has already been occurred in the past, and the assets are also recorded at the cost price. Next limitation is that real profit is not disclosed by profit and loss account. Because both the operating expenses as well as non-operating expenses are recorded in the P&L account. So actually whatever the operating cost is, it shows in that we only consider the operating expenses and operating income, but P&L account shows both the operating as well as non-operating transactions. And last is it is affected by window dressing. Some business resort to manipulate the information which is contained in the financial statements so as to cover up their weak financial position. So analysis based on such financial statements may be misleading. Next topic is financial analysis. Financial analysis is methodological collection of data which is given in the financial statements. It refers to the process of critical examination of financial information contained in financial statements in order to understand and make decisions regarding the operations of firm. So there are various tools of financial analysis like comparative statements, common size statements, trend analysis, ratio analysis, cash flow analysis. So we are going to discuss it one by one. First, we'll discuss what are comparative statements. Comparative statements are the statements of financial position at different point of time. The elements of financial position are shown in a comparative form so as to give an idea of financial position at two or more periods. So any statement prepared in a comparative form will be covered in comparative statements. From the name, it is clear that those statements, whether financial statements can be of two types. One, it is income statement or balance sheet statement. So either income statement can be prepared in a comparative form, or balance sheet can be prepared in a comparative form for number of years. So this is prepared for financial analysis purpose. So not only the comparison of figures of two periods, but also the relationship between income statement and balance sheet. It enables us to get in-depth study of financial position and the operative results. So there can be two comparative statements. One is balance sheet or income statement. So what is comparative balance sheet? It is the analysis study of trend of same items or group of items and computed items in two or more balance sheet of the same enterprise on different dates. The change in periodic balance sheet items reflect the conduct of a business. So say the current year balance sheet can be compared with the previous year or last 3 years or say 5 years. So at least 2 year balance sheet should be there to prepare a comparative balance sheet. This is the example of a comparative balance sheet. 2 year balance sheet is given for 2017 or 2018 of a company. We have been given liabilities like equity, share capital, debentures, creditors, outstanding expenses, and assets are there: machinery, furniture, debtors, and cash. Now, for this, we have to prepare a comparative balance sheet. In the comparative balance sheet, we can calculate two things. One, we can calculate the change in the assets or liabilities from one period to another. And second, we can calculate the percentage change. So like in the question, we have given 2 year balance sheet. So we have recorded assets on the top. We have basically classified the assets into current assets and fixed assets. So debtors and cash, all these 2017 and 18 value is given in the question. So the assets, all these values are given in the question. So we first we'll record all the values, assets or liabilities of 2017, and then we'll record all the values of 2018. Like we can record debtors, cash, machinery, furniture. Then we have done the total of all the current assets and fixed assets. So this is the total of all the assets. Then the current liabilities heading can be prepared. We can write creditors, outstanding expenses, then long-term liabilities, equity share capital, debentures, and then we have done the total of all the liabilities. Now, these two columns we have to prepare. First, we'll prepare the absolute change column. So, absolute change column is how much is the change or increase or decrease from previous year to the current year. So, in previous year, say debtors was 5 lakh. In the current year or say 2018, it was reduced to 4,10,000. So from here we can see that from 5 lakh, the amount of debtors has been reduced to 4,10,000. So difference between these two is 90,000. This bracket denotes the minus sign, the decrease sign. Likewise, for all the assets and liabilities for every item of balance sheet, we can do this. Like say for furniture, earlier it was 1 lakh, then it increased to 4 lakh. So net increase was 3 lakh. Same is the case of outstanding expenses. Earlier it was 8,000, then it increased to 10,000. So we can write 2,000. So likewise, in equity share capital and debentures, there was no increase or decrease. So we can put dash here because there was no increase or decrease in this. Now we can calculate the percentage change. The percentage change can simply be calculated as the absolute change divided by the current year figure into 100. So this is the formula where the absolute change can be So absolute change amount divided by amount of previous figure into 100. So amount of change like in debtors was 90,000 and previous year figure was 5 lakh into 100. Same is the case of machinery. Amount of change was 141,250 divided by previous year figure 3 lakh into 100, and so on for every item we can do. So here you can see like percentage change 90 upon 5 lakh into 100. So it comes to 18%. Say 3 lakh upon 1 lakh into 100. So there is 300% increase. So here, because there was no increase or decrease, so percentage is need not to be calculated. Here the change was 1,22,000 upon 328 lakh into 100. So likewise, the percentage and change of each and every item of the balance sheet can be calculated. Now, next we are going to discuss in comparative statements is comparative income statement. In comparative income statement, the 2 or more year income statement can be prepared, and like we have calculated in the comparative balance sheet, same is the process for calculating the comparative income statement. Here also we can calculate the absolute change and the percentage change in the income. So this is the basic format of comparative statements. In the income statement, first we'll write the sales of the business. If there is any sales return, that we'll deduct so as to get the net sales of the company. Then from the net sales, we will deduct the cost of goods sold to get the gross profit. And for in gross profit, then we'll deduct the operating expenses, whatever the main operating expenses like office, administrative, selling, distribution expenses. Then we'll get the operating profit. In the operating profit, we will add the net operating income and deduct the non-operating expenses. So we'll get the profit, which is before interest and tax. So in this, we are going to deduct the interest, whatever the company has taken loans or debentures. So whatever the company is paying interest. So we get the profit before tax, after interest. After deducting the tax, we'll get the net profit. So as we have discussed, like in financial statements, we get only the net profit. But when we are preparing the comparative income statement, here we can get to know the operating profit or the net profit. So operating profit will include only the operating expenses and operating income, while net profit includes both operating as well as non-operating income and expenses. So income statements give the results of the operations of a business. Comparative income statement gives an idea of progress of business over a period of time. Changes in absolute data in money values and percentage can be determined to analyze the profitability of the business. Like comparative balance sheet, income statement also has 4 columns. First 2 columns give figures of various items for 2 years. Third and fourth columns are used to show increase or decrease in figures in absolute amounts and percentages. So this is the example. Again, 2 year income statement is given or about of a company, that is of 2014 and 2014. So we are given only 4 items. One is net sales, cost of goods sold, operating expenses, and non-operating expenses. So based on that format, we are going to prepare the comparative income statement. So these 3 columns would be same in the solution. Fourth column we are going to add is the absolute change. So there is a increase or decrease in the income or expenses, and last column would be percentage column. So this is the format of the comparative income statement. Now in the question we are given net sales. So net sales, both the figures of both the years will be recorded, 12 lakh and 15 lakh. Then in the question cost of goods sold is given. So in the format I told you that out of the sales we are going to deduct the cost of goods sold, then we'll get the gross profit. So cost of goods sold is also given in the question. So we'll deduct 840,000 and 1065,000. So by deducting the sales with cost, we'll get gross profit, that is 360 and 435,000. Out of gross profit, first we will deduct the operating expenses to get the operating profit. So operating expenses for 2014 is 1,20,000. For 2015 it is 1,35,000. So by deducting the operating expenses from the gross profit, we are going to get operating profit, which is 2,40,000 and 3 lakh. Then we'll deduct non-operating expenses, that is 72,000 and 1,20,000. So at last we'll get the net profit of 168,000 and 180,000. So same way we can calculate the absolute change. In the previous year, sales was 12 lakh, then it increased to 15 lakh. So there was 3 lakh increase. Then in previous year, cost was 8,40,000 and it increased to 10,65,000. So that comes to 225,000. Likewise, we can calculate the percentage absolute change upon previous year figure into 100. So 3 lakh upon 12 lakh into 100 will come as 25, or 15,000 upon 1,20,000 would be 12.5%. 12,000 upon 1,68,000 into 100 would be 7.14. So likewise, each item value and percentage can be calculated. Thank you. That's all for today.